I'm going to be doing a little walkthrough of my Country Chibi's coloring book. I illustrated it and it's now available on Amazon. The first page is just the copyright page. I usually like to add a little illustration on it just to make it a little more interesting. And then we have the About the Artist page. I usually like to incorporate something interesting about the book or just some kind of thoughts that I had about the book. And then I also make the Country Chibi's inside cover, which is usually different than the outside cover image, and I try to make it big enough to where if you wanted to color it, you could. So I've had this book for a little bit, so you'll see as we walk through that I actually have some colored pages in here that I did. I use markers and then I add little highlights to them, so if you're wondering why there's some colored pages, it's just that I colored them. I usually post my colored pages on all my social media accounts. I do like really fast coloring videos on TikTok and then Instagram and different things like that if you want to check them out. I try to keep my YouTube channel more of my longer videos. So you can see that I added some shading to these pages. I like to add the little extra, pop of like three-dimensional look to my illustrations. So when you guys color, you can color them just flatly with markers if you want, and you'll still get that like three-dimensional look. You don't have to worry about shading, but you can always add shading on top of them. I kind of like it how you can add more details if you want, or if you don't want, you don't have to. Here's another colored image. This is one of my favorite images actually out of the book. She's at like a carnival and she's getting her popcorn and her prize. So not all of these images are directly country inspired. I kind of was thinking about, the summer and summertime activities too. So we have like little Chibis outside painting, or just doing, outside activities. In the rain with a little duck. I try to incorporate animals as well into my pages just to make them more cute and fun. I love drawing animals. Chibis can be done in a lot of different kinds of styles, so this is just the style that I landed on. I know there's a lot of different Chibi books out there, but this is my illustration style. Another colored page. And I also like to have different Chibis doing, a variety of different things, so like maybe different lifestyles, she's on the farm and then she's like on a stage, singing. So just a variety of different things. I also incorporated some boy Chibis in there. I just thought it'd be boring if they were all girls, so I wanted to have some boys in there as well. And then, traditional country kind of activities. So this is another one of my favorite pages. I really liked how this colored version came out. Little girl, she's like brushing her horse doll. So some of these pages are more detailed than others. I wanted to make sure there was a big variety, so that, some days you feel like coloring more and then some days you don't, or, you might be traveling and you don't feel like, coloring a really hard detailed page. So there is a big variety. In pretty much all of my books, I try to make a variety. So, some of them you'll see they'll have like a little background to them, and others they won't, or they'll just have like a little grassy area. This one was like, I think it was my very first image that I did for this book. I think it's so cute. So she's supposed to be dressed up like a cow. And apple picking. I exaggerated some of their hairstyles, and then other hairstyles are more, regular. Again, I wanted to have a big variety. I think people like to color the Chibi books because of how big their features are, so like their eyes are usually larger, and you can like get in there with some marker, and it just makes it a lot easier to color with their bigger features. We got bull riding in here. swinging on a swing. So yeah, you can see her hair is a little bit more exaggerated. And I also like the Chibis because you can color their hair like whatever color you want. So, I mean, you can do that in any coloring book, but the Chibis are kind of known for different kinds of hairstyles, so you can kind of go crazy. Little grandma, I was thinking she's like on the porch knitting, like maybe watching the kids or something. Just relaxing summer activities. I was kind of thinking like maybe someone would be coloring in this outside in the nice weather, or, you know, just really loving the summertime vibes. And fishing. So this one has more of a detailed background. You could probably color this any time of day you want. You could do like sunset or afternoon or whatever. And then we have, you know, she's eating fruit. So again, I like over exaggerated some of the shapes and just to make it more fun. Sitting on a bed or the fence. And then she's eating strawberries. I've gotten a lot of comments that this one is more, or a couple of them are like the strawberry shortcake girls. So they kind of remind me of them a little bit, I guess. I think that you could definitely color them really similarly, like get inspired by the strawberry shortcake colors. I grew up with them. I don't know, some people probably didn't, but strawberry shortcake was cool back when I was little. I also have these horizontal images in the back. I try to divide them up. Throughout this book, I guess you've noticed that the back pages are blank so that in case your materials bleed through, they like won't interrupt the next page. I still recommend putting something in between the pages. I usually do cardstock so that, you know, the page doesn't get extra marker on them and you kind of ruin the page. So definitely put something in between your pages if you're using like a wet material. I love pumpkins, so I had to do something with pumpkins. And then she's trying on some boots. And at the campfire, doing some marshmallows. Little pig. At a picnic. So again, just, you know, summer, country, just outdoorsy kind of feel to this book. The horse. You have to have horses in a country book. And square dancing. So this one's a little more exaggerated. She's jumping out of a pie. Bigger pig, he's eating corn on the cob. So I'm starting to do this in all of my books where I have a bonus page and it has an illustration from one of my other books that is currently available on Amazon. So this one is cute and magical. It has a bunch of fantasy inspired illustrations. It actually has 50 pages, so this book has 35, the Country Chibis, and the cute and magical one has 50. So if you're looking for a longer book, this one is definitely longer. And you can find it on Amazon. I usually incorporate a QR code, so in my book you can go ahead and scan the QR code with your phone or other device, and you can go right to all of my links. So I have a bunch of social media accounts. I have like 2 TikToks, 2 Instagrams, Twitter, you know, all of that. So this sends you to all of my links and shops, my Etsy, but mainly it sends you to my Amazon where you can look up all of my coloring books that I have so far. I have actually 5 books now available. And then I also make a little note that you can join us on Facebook. So I have this Facebook group where you can post colored images that you completed on our Facebook group. And I also, you know, update you guys on what new books are out. We currently added on another artist, so the Facebook group is actually called Coloring Books by Alexandra Franzese and Joshua Dunbar. Josh is a really good art friend of mine, and he also does coloring books. He actually just published his first one. So we kind of collaborated together on this Facebook group, and we update you guys on our books. So yeah, it's super fun. All right, so that's it for Country Chibis. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.